Hey everybody, today's lesson is about expanding, distributing, and combining like terms. We've also got a warm-up and then an independent page on the last page, page 6. So here's your warm-up. The questions are, what is a term? How many terms are in the following expression? So what number? How many? C and D ask you to actually combine the like terms. It might be helpful to use a highlighting tool for the ones with the same variables. Same for D. Then what does it mean to distribute something? And last is a little bit of a spicy problem. Find the 15th number in this sequence. Use any method you want. Go ahead and pause the video now. Then hit play when you're ready to check your answers. All right, so let's check your answers. The first one, what is a term? A term is the numbers and variables that are separated by plus or minus signs. B, how many terms are in the following expression? There's 4 terms, and I'll show you them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're separated by plus or minus signs. So 5y is 1, 5g is another, 2g is another, and 3y. Scroll down a little. C. Again, we're combining the like terms to simplify the expression. So I identified my like terms, so the same variable to the same power, which was 10m and plus 4m, and 10 and 4 make 14, so 14m. Then I had an f here and an f here, so 9 and 3f make 12f. If you're having trouble thinking about these, maybe you could think about them like pretend it's food for a moment. What if I was going to the drive-thru and I wanted 10 milkshakes and 9 french fries and 4 milkshakes and 3 more french fries? That would be a little bit confusing. Instead, I could say 14 milkshakes and 12 fries. All we're doing is just condensing this or simplifying it in order to make this easier to work with. Same thing here. I have 14x and another x here. Notice this time they're saying minus 8x. Think about if you're at the drive-thru and you said, can I have 14, extra large smoothies? And you say, you know what? Cancel 8 of those. Or take away 8 of those. Then you're only actually ordering 6 of them. All right, 7w and 2w is 9w. E, what does it mean to distribute something? Think about if a teacher asked you to distribute the papers to your classmates. You are passing those papers out to them, giving every student one. So to distribute means to pass out something equally. Just like if you were handing out candy, hopefully you would give everybody the same amount. 1 to each person, or maybe 2 to each person, or 5 to each person. F was a little on the spicy side. 48 was the number. And you could just keep adding 3 to this pattern. Or you could say, well, this is the first term. I want to get to the 15th number. That means I got 14 more numbers to go. They're adding 3 each time. So 3, 14 times. And then add that to 6. You get 48. All right, so now we're going to go on to the next part. Expand, distribute, and combine like terms. Expanding, we did a little bit of this the other day when we were working with the marble packet. So expanding, like 4 times 5 would look like 5 4 times being added. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So then here, 5g. Remember that means 5 times g. So another way I can show this would be g plus g plus g plus g plus g. I've got g 5 times. I want you to try with these next 3. Go ahead and pause the video and try that now. All right, so you get to try those ones out. 1F. That would look like this. 3Y. Y plus Y plus Y. And 2M. You got it, M plus M. This next section, we're going to write it in simplest form. So how else can I write D plus D plus D plus D? Think about the marbles in the cup. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cups and D in each one. I can write that as 4D, or 4 times D. Sometimes it can be kind of fun to use your imagination. Maybe these are donuts. I'm going to have a donut, and another donut, and another donut, and another donut. 4 donuts. All right, try the next 3. Pause the video. Then hit play to check them. All right, so you get to try them out. I have E plus E plus E. 3E. W plus W plus W plus W plus W plus W. That would be 6W. H plus H. 2H. All right, so now comes the new stuff. So let's say we had something like this. You don't have to write this part down. I'm using it as an example. Think about here, and this problem I just wrote. What do you think those parentheses mean? Parentheses are these little scoopy lines around the number. In this case, it means they're being multiplied. So parentheses, when you see that here, know that the number outside is going to be multiplied by the number inside. So 3 times 4 is 12. Now let's show you something else. When I see this here, I see parentheses, I'm already thinking I'm going to have to multiply something. So what I'm seeing here is x plus 4, and they're telling me that there's going to be that 3 times. It's like me saying, I'll have, maybe x is, let's say a donut. Or no, maybe x is a hot chocolate. Okay, so I'll have a hot chocolate, and I'll have 4 munchkins. And 3 other people in the car, or 2 other people, say, hey, me too. So that means I'm having one. And my sister, I have 2 older sisters, is also having the same. And my other older sister is also having the same thing. Well, in order to make this a little easier to understand, I want to know, well, how many total is this? So that my parents don't have to say, I'll have a hot chocolate and 4 munchkins, and I'll have a hot chocolate and 4 munchkins, and a hot chocolate and 4 munchkins. They could just say, yeah, 3 hot chocolates, 3x here, and 12 munchkins. So is there another way I could do this using these numbers here that's a little bit shorter? Because what if this number wasn't a 3? What if it was like 12? I don't want to write this out 12 times. That would take forever. What can I do with a 3 and these numbers to get this? I could multiply. So I'm going to do 3 times the x to get 3x. Then I'll do 3 times the 4 to get the 12. So that's 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 4 is 12. And what goes in between them? Well, this is a plus sign. So I know this is going to be plus 12. Right? We're getting 3 hot chocolates and 12 munchkins. All right, let's try another one. This time we're only going to use the shortcut. Why? Because writing 2y plus 5 12 times, that would take forever. So let's do this. Looks almost like a part of a rainbow. All right, so first is your 12 times 2y. What is 12 times 2y? 24y. And I see a plus sign in the middle, so I'm automatically going to put my plus sign. And now what's 12 times 5? It's 60. You got it. All right, let's continue on to page 4. We're doing the same thing again. I'm going to use my green to draw my little arrows in. This just helps remind me about what I'm multiplying. Anytime I see those parentheses, I need to think multiply. 7 times 5w is 35w. 7 times 3k is 21k. And 7 times 2 is 14. I want you to try this last one. Pause the video. All right. So hopefully you got to try that problem out and you saw 64p plus 48m plus 24h. And again, if it helps you, draw those little lines in. Scrolling down a little bit onto page 4. In this section, we're just combining like terms to simplify the expressions. Again, think of it as like condensing your order at the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts or maybe McDonald's. Because there's no parentheses in any of these 4 problems, I'm not multiplying. I'm only combining or kind of adding together. I'm going to use my markup tool with the text highlighter to identify my like terms. Think of it as like the same product. So 3r, do I see any other r's? I do. Plus 5r. If it helps you to think about it when you're learning to combine them, you can think about it like I have 3 root beers and I also want 5 root beers. And I want 2 burgers. So what's the total of r's? 8r. And there's no other burgers to combine it with or b's, so just 2b. Let's try another one. M's. I'm going to highlight all of my M's in the same color. And the same with my H. And again, if it helps you think about it, you can pretend it's food for right now. Lots of people like to identify with the food. So 6M and 7M. Maybe the M is muffins. 13M. And 3 and 5, 8H. Maybe those are hot dogs. Don't let this next one confuse you. When you see G here, remember that's just one G. Maybe you want a grape soda and another grape soda and 2 more grape sodas. And then you'd like a Kit Kat and maybe 5 more Kit Kats. So 2, 3, 4, 4G plus 6K. All right, go ahead and check out this last one. Then resume the video so you can see if you got it right. All right, so I'm resuming the video here. We have our x's, 3 and 5 make 8, plus 6 makes 14, and 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 12. All right, nice job. We're almost done here. We're going to be doing a little bit of combining everything that we've been doing. So there's 2 ways you can solve this problem. I'm going to show you both ways, and you can pick which one you prefer. So I'll show you the first way. The first way is, because I see parentheses, I know I'm going to have to distribute or multiply the 6 by each of the 3 terms inside. So 3 times 6 would be 18y. 6 times 2 would be 12y. And 6 times 5 would be 30. Notice, If I look at this here, I have some like terms I can combine, the y's. I'll use the same color here. These two are my like terms. So I can combine them, 18 plus 12 to get 30, y, and my 30 doesn't have anything to combine with, so it just stays plus 30. And I'm going to put this here because it'll have the same answer. And the other method, I'm going to put an or. The other method looks like this. You can combine your like terms inside the parentheses first. So I still have my 6 in my open parentheses, and let's combine the things inside. Well, I know that 3y and 2y would make 5y. And I have a plus 5 in there that can't be combined with anything. And if I don't want to combine afterwards, I can just do this now. 5 times 6y is 30y, and 6 times 5 is 30. Either way, we get the same answer. So again, that was either distribute first. So 6 times 3y is 18y. 6 times 2y is 12y. 6 times 5 is 30. And then combine your like terms. Or combine the like terms inside parentheses first. So 3 and 2y can be combined to make 5y. Then I just rewrote the rest of the problem. The 6 is still outside, the parentheses are still there, and 5y and the plus 5 are inside. Then I multiply. 6 times 5y is 30y. 6 times 5 is 30. Either way. Let's try one more. I'm going to use both strategies again, and you can use the one that you prefer. So the first one I'm going to use is distributing first. So 3 times 4k is 12k. There's a plus sign in the middle. 3 times 5r is 15r. 3 times 6r is 18r. And 3 times 4k is 12k. There's a bunch of like terms I can identify here. I'll use the same colors. Here's my k's, and another k. Now I'll use pink for the other ones. So let me look at what I can combine. So 12k and 12k I can combine. That makes 24k. And 15r and 18r. Well, 15, and what if this was 15? So 15 and 15 would be 30, plus 3 more to make it up to 18 would be 33. R. Or, if you're using the other strategy, I'll put a line here so you can see the two strategies apart. The other strategy would be to combine your like terms first. So I still have my 3 in my parentheses, and I'm looking inside. There's some terms that I can combine. The 4k and the plus 4k. Then I can also combine the 5r with the plus 6r. So let's go ahead and try that. 4k and 4k would be 8k. There's a plus sign. 5r and 6r would make 11r. Close the parentheses. So everything inside parentheses was just combined. We still kept it in parentheses because we hadn't multiplied it all by the 3 yet. And then I would multiply. my 3 by each term inside. So again, 3 times 8k is 24k, and 3 times 11r is 33r. Either way, we get the same answer. I want you to try these next two. Pause the video and check them out. All right, hopefully you took the opportunity to try these last two problems. These are the most challenging ones probably on this packet. So again, there's two ways to do it. So way one would be 9 times g to get 9g, 9 times 2g, 18g, 9 times h to get 9h, 9 times h again to get another 9h, 9 times 2h, 18h, 9 times g, 9g, 9 times another g is another 9g. Then you could add up all the g's and of all the h's, and you get 45g plus 36h. Notice this takes up a lot of space. So I might recommend using this strategy instead. Inside here, the parentheses, we can identify like terms. We've got 1g plus 2 more g plus another g and another g. So you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 5g on the inside. You also have some h's. Here's one h, here's another h, and 2 more. Together, that's 4h. So inside parentheses, we had 5 g's and 4h. Close the parentheses and put the 9 back outside because we haven't multiplied 9 by the things inside it yet. Then, if I were to distribute, 9 times 5g is 45g, and 9 times 4 is 36h. The second problem, I sectioned this off because I used up more space than I had room for. So this is 2x times 5 plus 6 plus 3. So I can do this two ways. Simplify first. So 5 plus 6 plus 3 is 14. Then just doing 2x plus times 14. Or distribute first. 2x times 5 is 10x. 2x times 6 is 12x. 2x times 3 is 6x. 2x times 14 is 28x. And if I combine all these x's, I still get 28x. Don't worry so much about this page. This page, you can just think about it like you're kind of correcting your order. 3p minus 2p. So maybe I want 4 Pepsis. Never mind. Cancel 3 of those. So it's just going to be p. 1p or p. Same thing. And this one would be 10m. All right. So let's scroll down. Here's the independent work. So now it's your turn. Again, expand. Here's an example of it. You have combined like terms. Make sure they have the same variable. Here you're going to use distributive property. All right, so you're going to complete the ones that we did together here in the video. And then make sure you finish page 6. Then hit submit. If you have questions, send me an email. See you later.